let's talk about burial practices. I am aware that if somebody dies, you know, within the hospital setting, someone who had Lassa fever, then the body is not given to the family to bury.
Yes.
The health authorities take care of the burial themselves,
yes.
which is wonderful.
Yes.
But you know, we hear a lot about people dying from brief illnesses.
Yes.
Lassa fever is a brief illness.
Yes.
And what if somebody dies of Lassa fever? They just take his body and bury it at the back of the house. That is our practice anyway.
Yes.
Shouldn't there be some guidelines?
Yes.
Like maybe some officer, health officer, government official, check out the body and find out what did this person die of. I mean, even if it's innocent,
yes.
just to help out.
Yes. No, in fact, there's a guideline. Like, of course, sometimes you need to wonder whether there's implementing or not. But like in Luth, for example, where I work, what happens is that if somebody comes to a hospital and stays, doesn't stay for a particular duration of time before dying,
okay,
and where the doctors have not yet gotten a clear...
the death is sudden.
Yes, maybe within 24 hours or so, has not spent up to 24 hours, or the doctors have not had an idea what is wrong with him, and the patient dies. There's an officer in the hospital called a coroner, hospital coroner.
Okay.
That takes a decision. Well, we cannot give a death certificate until an autopsy is done to know what is the cause of death. So, for example, in most hospitals, what is done is that when somebody dies like that, where the doctors don't have an idea of what killed the patient, maybe clinically or laboratory-wise, they have not had time to investigate and make a diagnosis. Such a death should not be released to the relatives until an autopsy or the laboratory come to say that this is what killed the patient. So in most cases, yes.
It is released sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I know there are some facilities where I can't say for other facilities, but I know sometimes, yeah, you are right. Sometimes people just carry...
They just carry their bodies. Sometimes they don't even make it to the hospital.
That's right, that's right. So I think this is something that there's already a guideline. Hospitals have designated officers with different names, some coroners, who should be able to make that. I'm aware that it is not applicable, it's not implemented everywhere yet. But in the light of this circumstance, I think it's something that should be implemented. There's already a guideline there, and these rules are clear.
It should be enforced.
Yes.
So far, all I know about is IRWA, IRWA Reference Lab.
Yes.
For crying out loud. We've had Lassa fever for years. Isn't there any other place where it can be tested?
No, of recent, the Nigerian CDC, sorry.
Let me hold you just for a moment and let's speak with Samuel. Hello, Samuel. Hello, Samuel. Are you there? Well, go on about the reference lab until Samuel comes through.
Yeah, of recent, the Nigerian CDC has been trying to... I'm aware of... because I received a team in Lagos recently. They're going around...
Hello? Okay, I think that's Samuel. Hello, Samuel.
Yeah, I'm on the line.
Okay, what's your question?
I don't have a question, but I just have certain things to say.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I need to say is that in the issue of preventive medicine, we need to go back into it. Where the health officers are need to be given permission to do their job. Government policy needs to go back to that aspect. See, the issue of Lassa fever of the thing, as the doctor has said, this will be the things of the past. And one of the things that attracts all these rodents in the environment is just dumping of refuse around the premises, as in junks that attract them and also help them to grow in the environment. So one of the things, to me, I think going to curative aspect and that at the end of the day affecting people around us, even the health officers, I think we need to go back to that basis of...
Thank you very much, Samuel. Thank you. Prevention is better than cure.
Yes.
You were talking about the reference labs.
Yes. What the CDC is doing is to try and expand diagnostic capability. So they are going around now. I know as of late last year, we received a team in Lagos. But currently, apart from IRWA, we have a central reference laboratory inside Lagos University Teaching Hospital.
Oh.
So we now own for us in Luth and Lagos State and most of our surrounding states, they send samples to us in Luth.
Can they be definitively analyzed?
Yes, the standard of that, well, the standard of diagnosis that is used even in ROA is PCR, reverse transcripted PCR, which is what is done in the central reference lab. Like I said, what the NCDC wants to do is to expand diagnostic capability. So I'm aware that in Abuja, there's a center in Abuja, although I'm not too conversant with what goes on there, but I'm aware that there's a center there that, is equipped to also handle that. So, but I think the issue with these, like you rightly said, somebody from a place like maybe Yobe or Bruno that has, they've taken a sample. The time is going to take for that sample to reach maybe Iroa, like you said, that's where everybody knows, Iroa or Abuja. It will take a day or two. And, in most of those centers, what happens is that, when they have a case or sample, most people don't know what to do. The person that is taking a sample doesn't know how, there's panic all over the place.
What do you mean most people don't know what to do?
Before now, that's what I'm telling you about preparedness.
Yes.
At a national level, NCDC is doing a good work. But at institutional level, there's still a lot of confusion. I'm aware of, I won't call name, but I'm aware of hospitals where once somebody comes and there's even a suspicion, the staff run away.
Oh.
And then they're calling for somebody to come.
A lot of work needs to be done in the health sector.
Definitely. Of course. Now, that's why I'm telling you that, yes, at national level, the NCDC is trying. But, this is a work that has to do with a lot of people. You have to step down to institutions. There's institutions where a sample is taken, a patient comes in like that, they dump him in a room. So these are things that need to be stepped down up to the institutional level. At the national, yes, NCDC. And I know that last year, we're better this year than we were last year. So it's a progressive thing, but I'm aware that more work needs to be done.
Okay, we have another call coming in. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Joseph. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, we are hearing about the Lassa, about the rat causing Lassa. I want to specifically know this type of rat that causes Lassa. Is it every rat, or we have the type of rat that causes Lassa?
I can tell you for free, it's not every rat. What rat causes Lassa fever? Thank you, Joseph.
Yeah, the layman, they call it the multi-mammate rat.
That's the rat that has many breasts.
Many breasts.
And by implication, many children.
Yes, because, so to solve that. So, but by looking at it, when they're running, the breasts are under, so you won't know. You won't know.
Every rat is suspect.
Yeah, so you can't tell. At the end of the day, it's always good to just take those basic precautions. And because going to look or carry it and look under to see whether it has many breasts,
already catching it.
You're already exposing yourself to it.
Now, they say wash your hands with soap and water.
Yes.
But health officials specify running water.
Yes.
Why? What's the rationale behind running water? Some people don't understand that.
No, because in infection control generally, water that is in a bowl, for example, you're washing your hands in. If that water is standing, you wash your hands in. The microorganisms are inside the water.
Okay.
So you're washing your hands inside. At the end of the day, there's no guarantee your hands are clean because you washed into. But if the water is running away, you're washing your hands. It drains off and infection control. So it has to be running water because that's the way you can ensure that your hands are clean.
Okay, let's just quickly cover this. I hear that there are some lasting consequences of having Lassa fever, even when people survive.
Yes.
What are these consequences?
Well, the commonest long-term sequelae or complication is deafness.
Deafness.
Which may be permanent in some people. Okay. It's known to occur in like 25%. That may be permanent in some people. Other complications that occur may be reversible depending on the management. Deafness is the one that is unpredictable. It doesn't have to do with how sick the person is or not. In fact, it occurs in most times when they're already recovering.
Okay.
But other complications like kidney failure depends on how quickly it is managed or, shock.
So quick management is
adequate, key. Is key. If they are active, we'll call it active case management of complications is key in the...
Okay, let's quickly take this call. Hello. Solomon?
Hello, my name is Solomon.
Your question, Solomon. Welcome to the show.
Okay, but actually I want to know, does the Nigerian people, do they normally do research to know if such thing has ever happened before?
What thing? If it's Lassa fever?
Like the cause of Lassa fever, if it has happened. Because I've doing my research, I found out that such thing has happened before in London, that's the Great Plague of London. And that was caused by rats.
Okay.
We normally learn from past history so that to avoid such occurrence. in the
Thank
future.
you so much. Thank you so much, Solomon. I think he's talking about the bubonic plague.
Yes,
But
that's one.
they said they're not even sure it was rats after all.
Yes.
You know.
But you know, Lassa, in the truth, the information about Lassa drew international attention.
Okay.
Because a missionary nurse
And
was
it has
affected
happened before in Nigeria.
1969,
Thank you so much, Doctor. I have to stop you there. Thanks for coming to the show. And thank you for joining us on the show. Have a wonderful day. I am Mary Alale Yusuf.